Have you ever felt like your relationships could use a little more peace?
Yeah.
And I don't just mean like less arguing. I mean like
yeah.
a real sense of connection and understanding.
Yeah, for sure.
That's what we're deep diving into today. Interpersonal peace.
Sounds good.
We'll be looking at what it is and why it matters.
Okay.
And most importantly, how to actually cultivate it in your own life.
Awesome.
And our guide for this deep dive is this piece from ebxeducation, all about fostering harmony in relationships.
It's so relevant, you know?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Especially nowadays when things feel so fast-paced.
Exactly. It's like everyone wants that harmony.
Yeah.
But it can be so elusive, you know?
Absolutely.
So ebxeducation breaks down interpersonal peace into 5 key aspects.
Okay.
Effective communication, empathy, conflict resolution, mutual respect, and emotional intelligence. What do you think? Are those really the magic formula for better relationships?
I think they're definitely like the foundation you need.
Yeah.
It's like building a house. You need good materials, right? A solid blueprint.
Right.
And these 5 aspects, they kind of provide the structure you need for interpersonal peace.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense. But let's break it down.
Okay.
Like, what about communication?
Sure.
We all know it's important.
Right.
But how do you make it truly effective communication?
So it goes beyond just like saying what you think.
Okay.
Right. It's more about, think of it like this.
Yeah.
You're explaining like a really complex idea to someone.
Okay.
You wouldn't just like throw a bunch of jargon at them, right?
Yeah.
You would try to like break it down for them.
Yeah.
Use examples, make sure they're understanding what you're saying.
Totally.
So that's what effective communication is all about. It's about being clear, actively listening, and making sure both people are really on the same page.
Yeah, like making sure you're both reading from the same map.
Exactly.
Not getting lost in translation.
Right.
I've definitely been in those situations where things go south because of miscommunication.
All the time.
And it's like completely avoidable.
Yeah, totally.
So we've got communication.
Okay.
What about empathy?
Okay, so empathy is like the thing that connects us to others' experiences.
Okay.
It's about stepping outside of your own head and really trying to see things from their point of view.
Yeah.
You know, I remember this one time I was mediating a conflict at work.
Oh, wow.
And these 2 colleagues were just like constantly butting heads.
Yeah.
But then once they actually like sat down and they took the time to understand each other's perspectives, like why they were doing what they were doing, what pressures they were facing, the tension just, it completely dissipated.
Wow. That's a really cool example of how powerful empathy can be.
Yeah.
To like diffuse a situation.
Absolutely.
But what about those situations where conflict is like unavoidable?
Yeah.
Like you're going to disagree.
Okay, sure.
How do you resolve conflict in a healthy way?
Well, you have to remember, conflict is natural. It's kind of like friction, you know?
Uh-huh.
Friction creates heat.
Yeah.
But the trick is to manage that heat so it doesn't like burn the whole house down.
Oh, I like that.
Right.
Okay.
So you need things like negotiation, compromise,
Right.
a willingness to collaborate.
Mm-hmm.
Those are your tools.
Got it.
So think of it like a dance,
Okay.
not a battle.
Ooh, I like that.
You're trying to move together to find a solution
Okay.
that works for everyone.
Yeah, that makes sense. But I think it's easier said than done sometimes.
Of course.
It's like, what if you're dancing with someone and they have 2 left feet?
Right.
How do you maintain respect when you're dealing with someone who's being difficult?
Well, that's where mutual respect comes in.
Okay.
It's like this grounding force, you know? It's the understanding that everyone deserves to be treated with dignity, even when you disagree with them.
Right.
It's about valuing their opinions and their feelings and their rights as a human being. And remember, respect doesn't equal agreement. You know, you don't have to agree with everything someone's saying or doing to still respect them.
Right.
It's about creating a space where you can have open dialogue and understanding can occur.
Yeah, and that open dialogue is so important.
It is.
Because without it, you're just, like, you're talking past each other.
Exactly.
And nothing's getting resolved.
Right.
Okay, so we've covered a lot.
Yeah.
Last piece of the puzzle.
Yeah.
Emotional intelligence.
Okay.
What is it?
So emotional intelligence, it's like having a super finely tuned inner compass.
Okay.
It helps you recognize and understand your own emotions, but also the emotions of other people. And it helps you navigate those tricky social situations, build strong relationships, and respond to challenges without completely losing it. Let's
Yeah.
say you're in a really tense situation, right?
Okay.
Instead of just like reacting immediately, emotional intelligence lets you pause,
Okay.
assess what's going on, and then choose a response that will de-escalate things.
So it's about like mastering your own
Yeah.
emotional responses.
Exactly.
And understanding how they affect other people.
Yes, precisely.
Interesting. And I imagine that mastering those emotions and responses leads to a lot of benefits.
Oh, yeah.
Like stronger relationships, less stress.
Absolutely.
Maybe more collaboration in general.
For sure.
This has been so insightful. We've explored the 5 pillars of interpersonal peace.
Yeah.
Communication, empathy, conflict resolution, mutual respect, and emotional intelligence.
Yeah.
And they're all like so connected.
They are, yeah.
They build on each other.
Exactly.
It's amazing.
As you go about your day today,
Yeah.
I want you to think of one relationship where you'd like to see more peace. And think, which of these 5 aspects could you focus on to start to make a positive change? Because remember, even small changes can ripple out and create a more harmonious environment overall.
That's such a good takeaway. I love that.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for joining us on this deep dive into interpersonal peace.
My pleasure.
We'll see you next time.
See you later.